Do you have Delta SkyMiles that you want to use but are not sure how to get the best value out of them? Delta SkyMiles never expire, but they don't do you any good if they're just sitting in your account. In this video, we're going to show you how to redeem the miles you've collected and get the maximum value out of them. Whether you're a frequent flyer or just the occasional traveler, if you've taken trips with Delta Airlines, you probably have accumulated some Delta SkyMiles. To see how many miles you have, you'll need to log in to your account to check your balance. To do that, go to delta.com, enter your SkyMiles number or username plus your password to access your account. If you have forgotten any of this information, there are links that will allow you to recover it. Once you're logged in, you'll be able to see an overview of your SkyMiles account. On the left side of the dashboard, you'll see your SkyMiles balance. In order to get the best use out of your miles, you have to understand their value. Knowing how much those miles are typically worth is what will give you a sense of when you should redeem them and when you would be better off paying cash. Popular reward site The Points Guy says that as of November 2019, Delta SkyMiles are worth about 1.2 cents each on average. Clark.com contributor and credit card expert Jason Steele says the points may not even be worth that much when you're redeeming them for travel on Delta. He says they're worth around a penny, give or take. So, if each SkyMile has a relative cash value of around a penny, the key to figuring out how to maximize your SkyMiles is to look for situations where they are actually worth more than that. Now that you know how many SkyMiles you have and their average worth, it's time to figure out what you can do with them. If you have a trip you'd like to take in the near future but haven't booked yet, look to see if it might make sense to use miles for it. Let's look at an example. If I want to take my family of 4 on a trip to Orlando in February, here's how I would determine if I should use miles or pay with cash. First, I would go to the Delta homepage, put in my trip details, and check the Shop with Miles box. The resulting grid shows me that each ticket will cost me between 9,000 and 38,500 miles, depending on when I choose to travel. That's quite a spread. Assuming the miles are worth 1 cent a piece, that is the equivalent of paying anywhere between $90 and $385 per ticket. If I can adjust my travel days to 1 day earlier and 1 day later than I had planned, I can travel round trip from Atlanta to Orlando from February 12th to 18th, 2020 for 9,000 miles, plus $11.20 in fees per ticket. In order to see if that's a good deal versus paying cash for the tickets, I need to perform my search again, but without Shop with Miles selected this time. Here are the results. As you can see, the price in dollars for the same ticket during the same dates is $121.60. Subtracting the $11.20 in taxes and fees that would be added to a miles ticket gives us $110.40. That means that our miles, in this case, would be worth around 1.23 cents a piece, or slightly higher than average. It would probably make sense to use the miles for these tickets. Conversely, if you look at the dates I originally selected in the middle of the grid, you'll see that the cash price for the ticket is $306.60 versus the 38,500 miles that would be required. Doing the same math shows that using miles for that ticket would make those miles worth less than 0.8 cents each. Definitely a case where you would not be getting good value using miles. The key is to look for cases where there is an advantage to using miles over paying cash. Again, typically when the value of each mile exceeds a cent or more. Delta does run specials on SkyMiles tickets, which you can find on its SkyMiles deals page. Even with these, you should check the cash price on equivalent tickets to make sure you really are getting a deal. It may not seem intuitive, but the best use of your SkyMiles may not be for flights on Delta at all. Delta partners with Air France, KLM, and Korean Air, among others. You may find that your SkyMiles are more valuable when you use them to purchase a ticket with one of these SkyTeam partners. Deals with these partners should show up on Delta.com if they're available. Again, make sure that you comparison shop the value of your miles against the cost in cash to ensure that redeeming your miles makes sense for you. One last thing, you can use SkyMiles for non-travel purchases. However, the value of your points is often much lower if you redeem them this way. The SkyMiles Marketplace offers a variety of goods that can be purchased using your SkyMiles. For example, these Bose noise-canceling headphones are available right now for $350 at Best Buy. If you paid 76,396 miles for them, that would make each mile effectively worth less than half a cent. If you've only flown Delta a handful of times and don't have enough miles to redeem for travel, you might want to consider redeeming them for magazine subscriptions. There are tons of choices. Now that you know what they could be worth to you, take some time to explore your options and use those miles before you forget about them again. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of our other videos to learn how you can save when you travel. And you can always find more money-saving info at clark.com.